Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. Oh boy, look at this rock. Now my rock reading skills are a little rusty, but I'm pretty sure this says if you enjoy our content, don't forget to like the video.
This is a new planting field, so everything is really thin here yet. With it being so dry, some of the weeds were wanting to come, so Cooper wanted to get it mowed and baled off. What's happening, Coop?
Oh, baled and crap, so I dumped it.
We ran into kind of a little damp spot here. When that stuff packed in there, it just fights you to the end. Anyhow, he said he thought one bale didn't wrap or something, and I'm not for sure, but here we are. So this hay here, there won't be maybe 4 or 5 bales. It's gonna go to a neighbor that has some cows. They can just eat it right away and be done with it. Whatever you do, you never want to stick your hands in any of these things when somebody's in the tractor cab. Figured while we're back here, we might as well stop and look at some corn. The ears are starting to get growing real good now. Geez, that didn't work worth a hoot. The kernel's got a long ways to go yet. We probably better keep moving along because I know Cooper, he's buzzing right along and he's gonna be here pretty soon and he'll be going like, Dad, what are you doing? I think I'm in the bumpiest darn spot right now. That is one thing you do not want to get into when it's running. Been a lot of people killed that way. I apologize, I was probably just yelling at you because I had my earplugs in and then I sound like Cole talking to you guys, so I apologize if I was yelling. So what are you complaining about, Natalie?
It's kind of hot out.
Kind of dusty stuff. Being a cameraman is tough work. The conditions we have to work in. The pay isn't that good.
I don't think you get paid at all, see?
I don't. Hey there, Anna. Come on, girl. Yay, Anna. Take a look here. Take a look here. This is what you call a square baler. This baler is probably older than me. You got a screwdriver on you, Coop? You plugged it?
Ain't moving.
Oh, crap. We went ahead and we made some bales of hay the size that Natalie could carry.
Super strong.
We got to go to the cemetery now. We got a couple of graves to fill in, I guess. And then later, I don't know, I got a full-size grave to dig, so I don't know if we'll dig that yet today or we got a couple days, so we got plenty of time. We're doing a little cremation today out here at the cemetery. I had to stop and look at the sign. It says 1 truck on the bridge at a time. So I had to pull out my owner's manual to see if it was okay to have 1 bridge under my truck at a time okay. Remember Ron, the one that's got the bulldozer, excavator, and all that stuff? He's got the tractor up here, the Massey, so I decided to swing by, see how things are looking here. He's been doing a lot of work over here. I know one thing, when you're running an excavator, you gotta have your eyes open at all times. Make sure nothing ever hits the windshield.
We're finally outside, guys. I've been stuck in the office all day. So I really wanted to continue cleaning the growth. I'm getting really tired of looking at this stuff. Got just a little bit of stuff left over here. Got a lot of bit of stuff left over there. And we still have some augers in the auger graveyard. But I have 2 issues. The first one is I am completely out of gas for my torch. It's Saturday right now and everything's closed. So it's not gonna be open until Monday. And the second problem is the skid loader's not here. Cooper stole it to go do some hay stuff. The other skid loader's down at the main heated shop. So I don't have a skid loader. And stuff out there is heavy, pokey, and itchy. So we're gonna do what we always do. Improvise. 2 months ago, I spent a solid 10 days cleaning out this garage. I'm talking like this thing was up to my shoulder in just junk. If you think I'm kidding, I'm not. But during the whole cleanout process, I ended up finding some tools and I set them on the bench at the very front. But honestly, this is a giant mess. As you guys know, I don't like giant messes. I like to be able to actually find my tools, because when you find them, you can actually use them. So since we got about 2 hours of sunlight left, I'm gonna go in there, sort those tools, and then we can get this checked off the old to-do list. I'm honestly not sure where to start, so we're just gonna start. The old pitchfork. Tell you guys what, the whole organization process isn't the fastest, but we're making good headway here. So these are all the punches and chisels that I've found. Basically, I'm just kind of going through and stuff that's in bolt containers, kind of like all these big bolts, I'm keeping in the containers. But if it's a nice individual tool like a screwdriver or some channel locks, then I'm finding a home for it on the wall. I have a lot of stuff that's kind of bulk stored, and I have more of it under the bench, and I have more of it over here. But I'm not really too worried about the bulk storage stuff because this isn't its permanent home. That shop over there is going to get redone on the inside. So once that's done, I'll be able to bring all the bulk stuff over there, and then I'll be able to go through it and I'll be able to put it on nice shelves. That way we'll actually be able to find stuff, because right now that shop looks a lot like this one. And if I bring clutter into clutter, it just makes it worse.
Cooper's got a few bales on here. Main thing, he just wants to get all this stuff inside tonight so it's in the dry. If we get some, they're talking a little chance of rain. If we don't get a little rain, hey, while we're waiting, let's take a look at the beans. Why not? There's a lot of pods. You know what? Then we're actually starting to get a little bean in there now. My little concern is lately, with it being so dry, you see kind of a low spot right here. The leaves are really starting to dry up. Them are kind of worrying you. If we don't get a rain pretty soon, them little spots will start affecting. But then the rest of the field looks pretty green yet. You didn't even hear the bale of hay screaming like when the needle's going in your arm and you're like, oh no, it's gonna break off. They don't do that in a bale of hay. And no, I've never had one break off in my arm, but I don't like needles, and I always think of that. What if one breaks off? Maybe that's one reason I really don't go to the doctor. Cooper was just asking if it'll stay on. Ah, the way I drive it ain't gonna fall off. And if it does fall off, I just don't look in the mirror. Kind of wants to get the hay picked up tonight in case it rains. Even a light sprinkle on it, you don't like it on new hay if you can help it. Oh, just about tipped over the camera.
Couldn't just leave you guys on a cliffhanger. I had to show you how it turned out. Look at that. I got all the tools separated out so they're all hanging up on the wall so I can find them easily. And then we got a fair amount of bulk storage. During my entire life, this building has never been this clean. As a matter of fact, this building has never even been cleaned. Oh, until now, of course. And I even found a little bit more scrap metal. Making progress. Now that's good news because we can take that project and check it off the old to-do list. Hey, the skid loader's back today. It's good news because we need to use it. Oh, here in the Grove, we have a bunch of big junk that we need to push out in open spaces. That way we're not working in the weeds. That way tomorrow when I run into town and get some more acetylene for the torch, I'll have it in a nice, easy, accessible spot so that way I can cut up some metal with the torch. And I still have this hole that I need to fill in. I just realized I talk a massive amount, so let's get some stuff picked up. Yeah, actually, hold on just a second. What I mean by push stuff around here is I'm gonna take like this stuff and I'm gonna push it out into this open dirt area. My goal right now is to get from here over completely picked up. So we got quite a bit of piddly stuff, got a bunch of trailers. Can't forget about this old tractor frame. And possibly the most difficult thing that we're gonna have to cut up here is this old semi-trailer. Right now I'm kinda just looking at it like it's a big loaf of bread and we're just gonna go up to it with a torch and just cut it in chunks until we can fit it all in the dump truck. This is probably gonna take me a little while. There's a lot of metal in that, and those, and this. That shouldn't be too bad though. I just wanna get this area where I can safely bring the lawnmower in here. Then we can get this groomed up a little bit. I know we still have a bunch of stuff over there and we have a bunch of stuff back there. It's all gonna be picked up at some point, so we just gotta start somewhere. I like to break stuff down into small little segments. Otherwise it just seems really overwhelming if I just try to look at this all as a whole. Also, I'm kind of focusing on this area right now. Since we're gonna be building a wraparound porch on the house, I wanna be able to get the telehandler in here. These past like 61 years, there's always been stuff here, so you never had room to get on this side of the house. Not until today anyway. I'd say this is lawn mowerable. Is that a word? Lawn mowerable? It is now. So now we just got a little bit of stuff left to push out into the open. Now this wagon behind me is gonna be a little bit of a process. A couple months ago, I found a lot of glass when I was cleaning out the house, cleaning up other areas on the farm, and I threw all of it in this wagon. Now when Ron was out here a couple months ago, I was gonna have him dig a big hole, and I was gonna have him push this in it. I forgot about it, and he forgot about it, so it's still here. Lucky for us, we have a backhoe. Looks like we're ready for a torch. This looks so weird seeing this side all cleaned up. It's a good kind of weird though. I like it. But I can tell you one thing about this spot. It's gonna need some serious shaping with the skid loader because it is bumpy. All right, guys, remember if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, don't know what you're waiting for, it notifies you when I post new videos. So if you want to stay tuned with what we're doing, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.